Hi Carter, great having you in here. Here is the after, brand new irons, and because the impact's so much better than it was maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Even though that these have more loft in the 790s, tend to have more spin, you're still having a really good ball speeds off the face, and I'm in no way worried that you're going to hit these you know much shorter than what you had before. So backswing wise, we just talked a lot about with the wedges, just trying not really to think about it a whole lot anymore. I think all the changes we made with the backswing with the wedges are fine, so I'll just kind of be more feel oriented with those. And then with the driver, or sorry, with the irons here, we really, and probably the driver too, we just got to keep going back a little further. Like when you started today, you're pretty much finishing your swing right there. So, if you're trying to flight it, obviously, if you're trying to keep it, under the wind, and maybe that could be some of it from your event this last weekend, but we got to get it going back a little bit further. That will give you more time coming down to really create some momentum with the body. And so what I kind of see is when you get too short, your arms tend to pull down a lot. When you're longer, kind of gives you some time to let your body go, and then you can use your arms. And so our feel is longer back with the wrist feeling bowed and maybe a hair what feels like across the line. It's really not that across the line, but making sure this is flat or a little bowed. When it starts to get cupped, that also is when you tend to come down a little bit steeper. From here, you're making an awesome transition. We're trying to put pressure in the lead foot and rotate our chest back down to the ball. So right now the chest is facing this camera. We're trying to rotate it back down to the ball. You can see you get that pressure shifted forward. Everything looks really good right here. I like how the trail arm's underneath a little bit, but the shaft here is shallowing beautifully and kind of matching the plane line, which is awesome. And so what you're going to kind of notice here is it's perfect through that forearm with a perfect face. And if there's something that I see with really good players, I see this impact. So if we kind of go to this screen right here, what you're going to really notice is that club is in kind of that quintessential delivery position. Through the forearm, face straight up and down. Beautiful. Great delivery there. And then what I like when it's shallower like that, you don't have really high hands. So we want to make sure at impact that our shaft isn't way up here. And now that it's coming down so much better, it's not. From here, it kind of swings up the line. Face looks really well and controlled, and then kind of exits on that same line. So we're kind of coming down on that line, impacting on that line and coming back through. Great finish as always, great speed here. And then impact also looking good. Great ball speed at impact, great extension through the ball. Everything's kind of chasing the club. So love this finish. We can play it in full speed here. We worked a lot on tempo. We had you actually swing a flag where it was like basically a club with a flag on the bottom of it. Not sure why I put a circle down there, but it was a flag. And we tried to feel like the flag was going to make noise over here, not early. And so it kind of gave you the feeling of having more patience at the top. So long with patience. You can kind of see that. I'll play that again. So it's feeling is long, slow, fast. And that's kind of the idea. And the fast is more of, you're building up the momentum with the body, and then you're creating a little bit more speed at the right time. So that's kind of the idea. Let's get it back there. You can just see how beautifully that club is orbiting around your body. Just great path. I mean, just awesome. Going back, I really like how the shaft's just a little bit more upright going back, like we see with all the best players, and then coming down, I don't need that one anymore, and then coming down, you're going to see that it's going to be a little bit flatter than that, so you're going to get kind of back to that same place. Hand path works out in front of hair, beautiful, and then the shaft's going to be more outside the ball. So that's kind of perfect from here, man. You can rip it. Great job with everything. Keep working hard, and I'll see you next week.